Hello my friends, welcome to Dave's Skillet. Today isn't really so much as a menu item, but it's what to do with the leftovers that I've made the previous day. In this case it'll be tagliatelle, for example, with beef ribs, and I had some Italian sausages in the pool with the gravy. So what I'm going to do right over there is I'm going to fry up the noodles the way I like them. About 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use whatever oil you like, doesn't matter. You want to use coconut oil, go ahead and use that, that's good stuff. But there's a pad of butter that I put down, like what you would get for a restaurant. You little pads of butter, you know what I'm talking about. It's not that much, you'll see it in a minute. The purpose of the butter is when it melts, it's an indicator to let you know just how hot the pan is getting. And that's important. You want the pan to be roasting hot, and then you dump in the noodles. We're going to put a bit of a char on those noodles, and that's what I want. That's how I like it, with just a slight char to it, a little grilling to it. And then we pour in, not all, I got a jar. Let me show you what I got here. Hang on. I got a jar. It says ragu, right? It's not ragu. This is what I made yesterday, part of what I made yesterday. And I froze the other half, a similar amount of that in the freezer. And these are my noodles. You can see how thick those noodles are, I think. If not, you'll see it in the pan. And I'll be putting those right in the skillet in just a few minutes. So let's go take a look over at the stove. Now I've put the stove on 10 just now. 10 mark. And as soon as that butter has melted, that's when it's time to put the noodles in the pan. And then when that's done, then we'll add a bit of sauce to the mix. So we gotta wait a few minutes and we'll be back. It's almost ready. You can see the butter is melting, and there's a little bit of a smokiness coming off of the butter. Believe me, that's what we want. We want this sucker getting hot. No two ways about it. We're going to spread that butter around evenly. We don't want it to burn the butter, but almost. If it turns a little brown, that's okay. But get your noodles at the ready. My bag's giving me some guff. Now, oops. Ooh, you hear it? That's what we want. Ooh, getting some burn on me. It's splattering me here a bit. Woo! We'll just cover that for a second because that's splattering everything everywhere. Wow! And in a few minutes, we'll be right back. Put the lid on it so we'll have a lot less splatter everywhere. That way it's going to heat those noodles up really good, really fast. This is my lunch, so it's like that. Okay, we're going to do a little stir here. Woo! Get it all turned around. Oh, it is smelling so good. My. Woohoo! Wow. That's busy. We're going to turn the stove off in a few minutes here because we don't need the electric on. Because once the cast iron does get hot, it is going to stay hot, I guess, for the rest of what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn that down to off and leave that on, the lid, and then let it cook. We'll be back. Pulled the lid out because I want this to start to charcoal. If I leave the lid, there'll be too much moisture from the steam, and it'll just keep it wet, and then I won't get what I want for a result. So the lid's got to go now, because we got it up to temperature. And it's not really sticking to the bottom, which is good. Don't really want it sticking, because then we won't have much of a dinner. The dinner will be in here, but we're going to add some sauce to this noodle in a bit, and that will loosen up anything that's stuck to the bottom anyway. Oh, it does smell really good. I just put it up to 6 because it was starting to die down just a little bit too quickly, and I don't want that to happen either. Oh, that is splatter everywhere. I'm gonna do that side, but I can't get over there right now. Oh my. 6 ought to do it. I got these handle holders for my cast iron. I got 2 of them. Let me tell you, I hadn't bought these in years. 4 years. I was like, I don't know if I need that, but after having got them, actually I like them. I've got one in reserve. So you can have these. You can't put them into a fire pit, but up to 500 degrees, they're going to be okay. So since it's electric, well, then that's perfect. Punch this thing up to 8 because I want it to char good. You just know by listening to the pan when the noodles are cooking too fiercely, then that's too high a temperature. You want to get it right in the middle. We'll be right back. It's picking up some speed now. I can hear it. So today's all about what does Dave do with the leftovers, because I've never really covered that. You know, what do I do with it? What do I do with them? Like earlier this week, I had some gumbo. I made the rice and put the gumbo on it, and it was really good. I'd made that weeks ago. And I have another batch in the fridge, frozen. So, yeah, was it just as good as the day I made it? Heck yeah, it was even better. Because it's got those flavors, you know, and once you release them and you're heating them up, they're releasing, and the age of it, there's nothing like aged anything. I mean, aged, especially pasta. If you let it age overnight, oh, it's just so much better. This is going to be really, really good. And as soon as that starts to get a little burny on it, see, I don't have to look for my grips. This is great. I like these handles, and I'm not getting burned at all. It's not even hot. Nothing. You just feel the rubber material, whatever it's made out of. It's not actually rubber, but I don't know what it's made out of. Getting there. See those little burny bits on the noodles? They just impart so much flavor. I've done it that way for years. And I mean lots of years, decades. And the first time I did it, I was like, and why wasn't I doing this before? I think I probably did it by accident and was worried that I ruined my dinner because I burned it. But actually, once you add the sauce, it's going to release it from the pan. Hey, that's it. Flavor Town. Now it's still not really sticking. There's a little bit of it sticking, but that's good. That means it's going to start charring here shortly. I added mushrooms to this, but I wanted to add button mushrooms to it, which I didn't have, and which the store didn't have at the time. I'm like, well, I can't go now because today it snowed, So me going out in the snow, I don't think so. In fact, I know so. I don't do snow. Not like that. Nope. Told my sister I'll probably get about 3 or 4 meals. Might actually get more. You saw how much I put in here. And, well, that's that. Don't know how this is going to work out because it's frozen. I should have put it in here sooner. But we're going to add an Italian sausage right there. That's okay. This is going to be in here for a little bit more. It is smelling so good. And this sauce just made it smell better. We'll be back in a minute. Went ahead and cut that sausage up into coins so they'll just defrost a lot quicker. Better that way. So I won't have to wait 20-30 minutes longer for them to thaw out. Nope, they'll get thawed out straight away now. This was the last sausage from that batch I made a few days ago. So we'll use it up. Leftovers, use it up. Don't waste them, use them. This is my new way to lose weight. You have lunch, that's your dinner. The lunch is your dinner. You don't eat after that. That's it, you're done. Walk away. I've lost almost 10 pounds doing this. So apparently it works. Whew. I wish I had those button mushrooms though. Doggone it. Oh well. I'm not gonna bother. It's too late. Spilt milk. We'll be back. Bit of garlic bread while I'm at it. Right there. I'm gonna sprinkle just a bit of garlic powder and some parsley flakes. Yeah. I buttered the piece of bread. Gotta have something for it to stick on. And then the parsley flakes. And now, for the coup de grace. Parmesan cheese. It's not really garlic bread without that, huh? We'll put that in the microwave for about 12 seconds. Any longer will be too longer. It would turn into something you're not going to want. There we go. Now, whew. I think it's just about done now. We're going to turn this back off again. Second time, last time. Yep. give this 12 seconds. And that's my lunch. Yep, that's done. Now we're going to put that on that. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Ooh, that's hot. That's really hot. I'll put it on top of the bread slightly, but not completely anyway. Wow. This is making me hungry with all the smells, and all the bells are ringing right now. Oh, wow. And yeah, I got to put some more Parmesan down. Ugh. But not in the pan. It's got to go on my lunch. Ugh. Oh yeah, that's good. That's real good. I could put some more cheeses on that, but I'm hungry and I want it now. So there's that. Anyway. Yeah, that's going to be really good, huh? Bon appetit, my friends. This is how Dave takes care of leftovers. There you have it, my friends. Gosh, that was good. I'm full. I couldn't eat no more. I couldn't eat more. I couldn't have a dinner. I can't do another meal today. I'm done. That's it. I'm stuffed. So that's how we can do, leftovers. And if you run out of noodles, don't worry. Just make some more noodles and add it to the pot and just fry them up, with the same way I showed you in the pan. Fry them up and then add the sauce. Okay, it's a no-brainer, right? So, bon appetit, my friends. Subscribe down below. We'll see you on the next one.